Hey guys, it's Lougie here. Welcome to another video. I'm going to start this one off doing something a little different. I'm going to do every video that I put out there, well maybe not every video, but I'm going to start a new thing where we do a wish list poll. Now if you haven't used the cards, I use them a lot in my videos. You know, the little eye symbol, it should pop up where I put a card, and it will come up with if I put someone's video link or a channel link or something there. And it comes up like that. But you can also do a pretty cool thing. There's a cool feature where you can do a poll, so you can vote for whatever it is, and you can select up to 5 options. So I thought, what's better? You know, it's so perfect for voting for the wish list monster kind of thing. But we'll do it like one monster at a time, and you kind of have to just have to vote for which element and why. I'd like, you know, put in the comments why you would like that monster, but also just make sure you vote on the cards on the poll thing. But yeah, I suppose I was going to start with the dragon, but let's do the Valkyries. So yeah, let's do the Valkyries. So do you vote Vanessa, Camilla, both very good, Katarina, Achroma, or the one that's on my wish list, Trinity. So yeah, for this one, my vote goes to Trinity, simply because she has the perfect kit for what I need in my arena offense. She's got that crazy speed lead and everything, and the AoE nuke. But yeah, so for me it's Trinity. I'd like to know what you guys would like. I can imagine. I feel like I know what the answer will be, but I might be wrong. You know, I'm not going to say what I think, but I could be wrong. So yeah, I thought we'd just start off with that. Today we are going to take a look at my new arena offense as it is now. I did like a little vote thing last time, but there wasn't too many votes. But anyway, Rica won the vote, and it was for my second nuker in my wombo combo team. And yeah, Rica got the votes. I think Shirley got like 2 votes, and I think Okeanos got 1. So not many people use that, but I'd like for people to start using that, and because it's a cool thing you get to do whilst on YouTube. You know, instead of just watching a video, you get to get a little bit more involved, and you never know, you might be making some more decisions for me. So I like that kind of thing. I'd like to see how far we can go with the poll system. So yeah, so I built Rica up. She's not got the best of stats. Her HP is pretty low. Her attack isn't the best because I have got a speed on 2. Still need to max that out too. She can be faster. Crit rate's perfectly fine because she's going to be the leader, so she'll grant her and Zeros 100% crit. She hasn't got the best of crit damage either. I could only get a 5-star rune. I've currently runed her up a little random. As you can see, I've still got some runes to max. But yeah, I've gone Shield, Will, Blade. Reason being, Will of course to protect us, just like the rest of the team are on Will. Protect us from, you know, stuns, anything like that, so we can get hit, and then we can return the favour and hopefully game over. But yeah, I gave her the Blade runes because I happen to have this rune already maxed out. It's not the best, but it's working for now, I think. And just the shield runes as a little tiny bit of extra protection. It's only 15% of her HP, which obviously isn't much. So it's not a great deal of protection, but it does just add that tiny little bit extra. And the thing that's good about Will runes too is everybody, if you're around kind of like Conqueror 2 maybe up to Guardian level, there's a lot of Orions, and yeah, Orion is a real nightmare. He's a pain in the ass. And what he can do, he'll randomly remove somebody's buffs. So if you just go in with Will runes, he can go so fast with like a Ciara speed leader or a Vanessa or something, and he'll remove somebody's will completely, stun them, put an armor break on them with just that one skill, that harmless prank. So annoying. And then increase the attack bars of all of his companions, and yeah, it can be rather annoying, very annoying. So the good thing with shield is it applies the shield to as an effect, a beneficial effect to the whole team. So you only need it on one one of your monsters, but the whole team will get that protection, so they have 2 buffs for him to remove. Of course, people can still get around that if they bring another buff remover like Chiwu, Praha, something like that, or Tiana. But generally, if it's just like an Orion as their only buff remover and attack bar buffer, it can be quite effective. It's still RNG is RNG, so you can still completely remove one of the monster's buffs, armor break, then a Theomars will go bam, and it's game over. But yeah, generally it works probably like 9 times out of 10, or maybe 8 times out of 10. But you can't really judge it, but it seems to be like that much. But anyway, we'll have a little look at how it's going with this AO right now. I've actually put it as my arena defense, and let's have a look. So last week I was lazy, I only got Conquer 2, I completely missed Rush Hour. I was actually making a video and I missed Rush Hour. But this, as you can see, my defense rating is 36.6. This is only since I changed it to this defense, and they've got 38 wins for me, so they're not doing the worst. They're not actually doing too bad. Of course, people are probably, you know, mostly beating me because they've got the monsters that can easily counter this kind of team, which is you can counter these teams. It's not completely, you know, OP that you can't beat it. Of course, there's always faster people out there with buff removal and armor break, and that's it, game over. But yeah, let's see if we can have some fun with this team. Let's do a new list. Let's refresh. Okay, so let's see what this guy's. So this guy, there's a Chow there. That's pretty dangerous. He could probably take all of us out because he'll still be standing. But what we will do, we'll try it because the Bernard will be fast. He'll buff. Veramos will try to stun. Okeanos will most likely try to stun, and let's just see what happens. So as you can see, I've got Rica as the leader, so she has 38% crit rate to all fire monsters, which grants her, both her and Zeros, 100% crit, which is so much more reliable than if you miss that one crit that could cost you the game. So it's pretty cool to have. So far I'm enjoying it. I do prefer the thought of having more speed, like a speed leader like a Trinity, of course, or a Faye. The Dark Kung Fu Girl would be so good, because she also has AoE Nuke. Okay, this guy's Bernard is very slow, because if you didn't see the last video, my Tiana I think only has like, I don't know, 200 and something like 210 speed, 200. She's not really that fast. So I kind of ruined her just so she was just slower than like people's Chloes, and I could remove their buffs. Bernards generally will completely outspeed her, but this guy's Bernard for some reason is not very fast. So we'll do it. We're going to buff our attack bars anyway. We're going to remove all of our effects. Hopefully we can skip the Bernard. Hopefully we can steal the turn from the Bernard. What I will do here, just in case Veramos is on Nemesis runes, I'm going to use Galleon's second skill to reduce his attack bar. There we go, just like that. Okay, so yeah, we've managed to overtake the Bernard. So we'll see what Rica's third skill can bring. It doesn't hit the hardest yet. Of course, the runes could be a lot better. So there's Rica, she's gone like that. Hopefully we can reset Chow's Justice, because 3 of his teammates are about to be killed. So his Justice is going to do some real big damage. And we don't have any attack down on him, so yes, we increased call time at least, so there we go. And he's going to self-heal, so this is where it's difficult. I think Galleon, or if one of our fire guys gets a crit, we'll hopefully be able to... Let's see if we can... Yeah, we go. We've got another turn of defense break at least from Tiana. Galleon can hopefully bring it. Let's try the teddy bear, see if we can get an extra turn. No, but she did crit, so... Okay, that's all good. He's dead. But yeah, that was pretty nice. The Bernard should have been a lot faster, but even if he was, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. This team again, the Bernard hopefully will outspeed, and we can kind of see what I was talking about. So again, we'll go straight in with this one. Yeah, I think so. The Bernard should go. Hopefully, then Veramos will use Okay. I'm at Conqueror 2 and these Bernards are slow. What is going on? This isn't normal. These guys, even at Conqueror 2, Bernards are like usually like 100 and at least 160, well 150, 160 plus speed, so 250 speed, sorry, at least. Okay, so we've got armor break on everybody. Hopefully again the Veramos isn't on Nemesis. This is where it can be dangerous, because if Veramos is on Nemesis, Rica will go and then increase Veramos' attack bar. He will then steal the turn from Zeros, and yeah, so and then he can stun us because we no longer have our immunity, which is why I prefer it if Bernard goes boom, Veramos has his turn, and then we don't have to worry about any of that. But the good thing with Rica now, with her new buff, let's see, she can land as slow, and she can land up to 3 dots, which means that not only, you know, Veramos now, if he wants to remove the armor break, it has to go a cycle between the armor break, the slow, the dots. Which one will he remove? The chances are, you know, it's like a 1 in 5 chance if everything lands, like that. See, so now he has either the slow or the defense break to remove from Bernard. But of course, I don't think he's on Nemesis, so it's pretty much game over. Chasoon might just survive. She's got a lot of HP. Let's just do the second skill. But yeah, let's just do the Toy Knight just because it looks cool when he does his little dance. There we go. You gotta love 100% crit. You just gotta love it. I'm cheating with a crit leader, you know, but it's still it's working out pretty good. It's pretty cool. This one's pretty dangerous because, well then, yeah, the thing with this one, because Amir hits so hard, he could possibly kill my Galleon, but we will test it out. We'll still go into this, even without getting that armor break. Just the attack buff could be enough to kill my Galleon, because my Galleon isn't tanky or anything like that. He's set with crit rate. Oh, he only did his second skill. Okay, so it looks like this one could be game over. Now with Tiana, ridiculous move that's irresistible. You just remove all those buffs and increase your attack bar. It's so good. It's too good. It's so good. It is. It's ridiculous. And then Zeros, can he crit Galleon just to save time? Yes, he can. There we go. So that's it. Game over. It's pretty awesome to have this. It's ridiculous, but it's nice. Nonetheless, it is nice. I'm not gonna lie. I like it. So let's just try this one. This one's pretty dangerous because what could happen here is if the Bella's really fast, she could possibly remove the buffs from one of my team, maybe even get a violent proc, or then Veramos will stun, or Theo will just, you know, raise hell. But let's see how it goes. Generally, you would have Zeros move first in these kind of compositions, and I probably will make it that way. I've kind of been enjoying it this way because of like I say, the Veramos that's on Nemesis. At least when Rica adds all that stuff, and he tries to remove the armor break, he fails, and then Zeros just goes bam. But it's more ideal to, especially against something like a Theomars or a Perna, if you use Zeros first, so you then completely stop his endure buff from popping, or from Perna from having a second chance. So yeah, so you'd reset those skills and then finish them off and they die instantly, rather than, you know, getting the half down so much already and then Zeros. But you can still kill Perna, but he will not kill Theomars if he pops his endure first. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but it's still pretty nice. Oh, resistance on both Ifrits. How about that? So now we could be in danger. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Well, I think we can possibly kill the Vanessa with this. Hopefully reset. Yes, we reset Theomars. So we still. Oh, there he goes. See, there goes Rica. Hopefully we don't get stunned. Don't get. No. Okay. Let's. Excuse me. Let's get an armor break. Oh, maybe not. Resistance. So these guys must be having dual runes or something. Okay, so we got rid of Theomars. Let's see if... Let's just get some dots on Veramos. Oh, we got a stun too, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so we've got this one at least. Yeah, teams... That's a rune set that is very underrated actually, is Endure. I faced a guy not too long ago. I can't remember his name. I really should get a drink. Hold on. McDonald's. It's terrible, I know. I love those frappes though. Yeah, I faced a guy. Where was I? I faced a guy. Oh, is side sync playing up, or have I just not clicked it? There we go. Yeah, I faced a guy who had a team that I either landed everything and it was over in seconds, or because all of his monsters were endure runes, had endure runes, the chat, like, it was like 50-50. I would either land and win, or I didn't land and he would just tear me apart. I think his team was something like, I think he had, was it Veramos, Praha, Kumar and Jultan. That was his team, all so tanky, really nice runes. I think I checked it, this is when I was like around the Guardian 2 area, and I checked out his runes and it was like endure, 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 because it kept saying resistance, 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 and it was like, oh, it was so annoying. But you know, I think I won, I kept beating him, and then all of a sudden I couldn't beat him for like about 4 in a row, and he just kept revenging me, and you know, it was a pretty sickening war, I have to say. It's pretty sick. Right, this team doesn't look too bad. There is a Theomars, but the Chloe should hopefully do Fnatic. What is with these slow Chloes and slow Bernards? What's going on? What? I just hope that she doesn't steal the turn from Rica and Zeros. She might possibly steal it from Zeros, but oh well, we're gonna have to do it. Let's just do it. I need to get their speed up a little bit more. I do have some runes to replace on Zeros. I realised that Wuchi has some pretty awesome despair runes that I think Zeros can benefit from. Some nice speed. I don't really want to wreck Wuchi just because I am enjoying using him in TOA hard. If you don't use Wuchi in TOA hard, you really should, because he's so good. Unless you already beat TOA hard, then, you know, ignore that, but just saying, he's so good. Awesome monster. So yeah, that one's game over. Cool. That teddy bear hurts. That's nice. It's so good when Rico does the teddy bear, sleeps, gets another turn, does it again, sleeps, gets another turn. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. I think that's why, you know, you'll see like Annabelle on Violent. She goes crazy, does the teddy bear, gets another turn, heals, removes all harmful effects, and she can be pretty nasty, especially Guild Wars. She's like really annoying in Guild Wars. This one we should be able to do. They don't have an attack buff, so without that, or they don't really have an armor break apart from Bernard. Yeah, this one should be fine. The Zeros can still do really good damage without any buffs or anything like that. He's such a beast. His multipliers are so good. He's ridiculous. He's so good. But there you go. So that's the thing. Although he even has a speed lead and a Bernard buffed, his Zeros and his Chasun just simply are not fast enough. If you're gonna have a team like this, you really need to get their speed synced up a little better. You know, like that should have went something like Bernard goes up. Either Tyron will do his freeze, or Chasun will do a Muse. She'll buff the attack, then he'll do the freeze, and then Zeros can go bam. Yeah, generally I wouldn't run something like this, simply because it's very easy to counter. I know I'm using this team, but you can use many teams to counter this kind of team. Okay, so now Rica can hopefully just kill Zeros, because Zeros is generally quite squishy. There we go. And Zeros can finish Chasun and Bernard. Cool. Let's use a second skill. Just enough for that dot to finish him off. How about that? Oh, that was awesome. Okay. We've got 2 wings left. Let's see who else we can do. Oh, there's a Camilla. Okay. Camillas are nasty. Speed lead Orion with a Camilla. This team isn't really made for this kind of team right here. A lot of water, a lot of Camilla. That's not what you. That's not what you want. Guess we could try something else just to mix it up a little bit. Let's try. Yeah, let's try something else. Let's go something like this. When I see a Camilla, for some reason, I really just. I want to bomb. I just want to bomb Camilla. I always find it's like one of the most effective ways to take care of Camilla. So a good team that I like to use is something like Malika. Hopefully Chloe. Ah, that's the only thing. With that Orion might be really fast. And Tyron might freeze. Oh, it's dangerous. It's real dangerous. Real dangerous. Unless the Orion is slow. But most Orions are really fast. Especially as you're working your way up. They get so fast. I've seen some crazy Orions. What's the team I normally use now? Oh yeah. Where is she? Praha. And then an attack buffer. It looks crazy, this team. It probably won't work here because of the Orion. But this team is actually so effective. It's so effective. Because my Malika, he has some really nice attack power. He's got some really good substats. At least on a couple of his runes. One of his runes I'll still need to upgrade and get him a little bit more accuracy as well. But I think it's his slot 1 has like 32% sub attack percentage, something like that. Yeah, I think it's 32, and that's without grinds or anything. So yeah, that was a pretty awesome. It's a despair rune, which is unfortunate. So I haven't got him on fatal. I've just got him fatal broken. Can't get that focus set. I did get a really good focus rune, but I put it on Megan for now. So until I get a slot 1 that can be better than that attack, he's gonna stay broken for a while. So yeah, let's just try it anyway. Let's just hope that my Chloe can at least get her Fnatic off before Orion moves. Oh, this is dangerous, because if he gets an armor break, now there he goes. See, this is where I get GG. Oh no, he didn't freeze. Big mistake. But they do have. I'm just gonna Fnatic, simply because I want immunity for my Malika. They did not. I mean, sorry, they've still got another turn of immunity. So we've got the attack buff, but I won't use anything special yet. Let's just get Tyron down a little. So I wanted to get the immunity up just for when that came. Nobody really needs healing just yet. We're just going to hit anybody. Okay, so now we need Praha to do something special here. Come on. Yes. We got Camilla. That's what we wanted. Okay, so now... Stop! Stop! Okay, okay. Let's get... let's just hit Tyron. Why not? Don't you dare do that thing where he gets like a million turns and does another harmless prank. Right, okay, so I've got the bombs. We've got the attack buff. The worst that can happen here is maybe like Orion going crazy, getting harmless pranks, giving Chloe extra turns, and then she Fanatics when there's like 1 turn left with the bomb. But I think we should be okay. Hopefully, we've also got Malika as leader, so that adds another 50% accuracy to his bombs. So all we want to do really is land it on, well, land it on all of them. Let's see what happens. Okay, we missed 2 of them. That's not great. But we did get Camilla. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to show that it's really good. Oh no. No. Don't attack Malika. Do not. Oh, she will attack Malika. Unless Malika goes first. Because Praha's going to move. She's going to get rid of her defense break. Oh, this is dangerous. Real dangerous. What we need to do... I'll try and stun Chloe just in case she uses Fnatic. Oh. She didn't go for Malika. Okay, I'd love to use his 3rd skill right now just to get rid of the attack from... You know, weaken the attack of Tyron, but... Then the chances are we might remove the bomb from Camilla, so we don't want to do that. Okay, we need to heal Chloe. That's what Fallen Blossoms is for. We've got like the 3 most annoying healers in the game on this one team. It's pretty funny. Okay, there goes Malika. There goes Orion. Let's see if we can kill Camilla. Okay, we'll kill Tyron. And there goes Camilla. See that? 1 bomb, attack buff from Malika. Boom. So now we can use this 3rd skill. So at least this team worked out. I thought I was going to fail big time. Let's just buff again, why not? Just keep buffing. Never need to buff Fnatic, really, against another Chloe. What can she do? Okay. So that team's, I like that team. It's fun to use. I love it when you land all the bombs and then you just watch them go pop, 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 and then they're all dead. So it's just awesome. Okay, 2 4-stars here. This is Conqueror 3, so that's got to be some kind of, you know, crappy AD just so he can keep his rank lower. Now this is interesting. Speed lead, Tiana, Galleon, Amir. Dangerous, have to say, it's dangerous. Let's have a look what we got. We got any... So this is a good little test, I guess, to see how you can counter this kind of team. The really effective thing about this team is Tiana will go, remove all your buffs, then Galleon will do his buffs, Beretta can get out lots of dots, so now you've got armor break and 2 sets of dots if they all land, obviously. And then, of course, the 3rd skill of Amir gets stronger if there you go. Emits magical energy to attack all enemies. The damage increases by 30% for each harmful effect on the enemy. So that's going to go up 30% for each harmful effect. So if you got the armor break and 2 sets of dots, yeah, he's going to hurt. So what can we do to counter this? Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we bring Speed Leader, like Vanessa. Try to outspeed. Where's Bernard? Okay, Vanessa, Bernard. What else can we use here? Will they have will runes? That's the thing. If they don't, if I'm confident they don't have will runes, then we're all good. But chances are they might. Yeah, they probably will have will runes, won't they? So what we can do is we could bring a buff remover, or you can get Lucian in there so that he yeah, let's try this. I mean, my Lucian, again, he isn't very strong. I've not really done much to him. I kind of just gave him like some damage runes that I had spare, and let's see how he goes here. So we've got hopefully outspeed done. Megan can then buff again, and then hopefully Lucian can go kill Amir, Galleon, but this could go very wrong, but let's just try. Normally it's like double Lucian, isn't it? But of course we've got to try and outspeed this Tiana, so let's just see how it goes. There you go, will runes, and that's why Lucian is so effective, because he doesn't care about will. He doesn't care about will at all. He'll ignore that will all day, and then he'll ignore the defense just to go with it. So let's just get a armor break on Amir just in case Lucian fails a couple of crits, which he usually does because mine needs more crit rate. But there you go. So that's a nice little way of doing it. I know I've got Vanessa, but you could most likely use like another Sylph, like a Tyron or Beretta, I guess, or maybe even what's his name now, Shimate. Or you possibly have like a Ciara or something like that that's pretty OP. Okay, so we're out of wings there. So that's the arena offense. I hope that was pretty enjoyable. I enjoyed it, although I was really shocked by the slow Bernards and slow Chloes at that level. It's not usually like that. I'm not sure what's going on there. These guys got to get back in that Giants dungeon and try and get their speed up. I mean, I'm not the fastest guy in the world, so... And as I said, my Tiana really isn't that fast. I had no speed leaders or anything like that. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but hopefully they can get into Giants, get those Bernards and stuff, and Chloe's faster, and their ADs will be pretty nice. So yeah, so next thing I wanted to do was a little bit of Kaz testing in Giants, Giants and Dragons. I guess we'll start with Giants. This is a team I've been running. Yeah, there's no healers. I'm not going to say the success rate is 100% because sometimes it does go a little wrong. But I was testing Kaz out because his third skill was really effective for not only the Giant itself, but the wave 3, the annoying golem that resists everything. Plus he's got an extra armor break, South buffs his speed, and if the other two AIs on Lucian and Tesha decide they don't want to do their AoE skill, sometimes he will proc the Sword of the Sky, what's that skill called? Supreme Wolf Sky thing, and he can take it out. So it's pretty cool. Let's just have a little go. So if anyone's like, oh, is Kaz okay? I mean, I like him a lot. I won't say he's Tail. He's not Tail. You know, Tail's like total beast. He's still one of my most wanted monsters. But Kaz, if you don't have Tail and you've got some pretty poor luck, but you happen to have a Kaz, I mean, they did have a Hall of Heroes of Kaz a while back now, and I think many people were a bit like, really, do I want that monster? But believe me, he can bring it. Look, he's pretty damn cool, and he's got yeah, the new buff as well. So he's got a shield now, so he can possibly get you that clutch shot at the end against Giant. If he procs that, he's got his shield, the Giant hits, doesn't kill him, it's just like one hit left. Those moments are pretty special, where they're like, come on, you know, they get you going, I like those moments. So I have to apologise, I'm in my work t-shirt, I've not long finished work. I say finished work, I've been in hospital with my work colleague. He's back, he's completely gone. And I've been to the hospital with him, and I've been basically mothering him and helping him out. And they've given him some nice strong medication. He's going to be laid up in bed for a few days, I think. So, but yeah, so it's a pretty interesting day for me. I hope you all had a nice day. There you go. So that worked pretty nice. That wasn't bad at all, actually. Pretty smooth. I probably should have been talking more about the team and how it works and everything, but I guess you can kind of tell. So we've got like a... Oh yes, just what I need. Unknown Scrolls. Yeah, right. Okay, so let's have a look. So we have, the good thing with Tesha as a leader is he will grant everybody pretty much max crit rate. He adds 33% crit rate. You can, if you already have really high crit rate, and you feel like you don't need that, all you have to do is that. Give them more attack power. The more attack power, no doubt the faster the runs, you know, so that's the way to do it. But because my crit rate isn't quite where it needs to be, I just do that to be safe. I mean, they've all got pretty high crit rate, but I don't know, I just like the assurance that they will crit, and it's the more chance they crit, the more they crit, I should say, you know, the more success generally. If they fail crits, that can cost you the whole thing. So yeah, so that's the Giants team with Kaz. I think the best time was 1 minute 8 seconds, and that's with this exact team, the way it is there. So yeah, that's just showing Kaz that he can work in Giants. I know I'm using him with Tesha and Lucian, but if you have like a Mia, the Windifrit, so much, you know, so much damage, so good, 2 AoEs. He's got the stuns as well, so he's kind of, you know, he's crazy good, really good. Don't ever underestimate him. He's pretty damn good. But yeah, you can replace Tesha with him. You don't have a Lucian, again, you could possibly use another AoE Nuker, something like a Julie would even work. Of course, Galleon there as well. If you don't have Galleon, I know some people suffer the no Galleon Club, you know, that thing. Excuse me. Yeah. If you don't have Galleon, you can take Megan and some kind of armor break. That's why Kaz is really nice as well, because he has his own armor break. It's always nice to have an armor breaking monster, or at least a monster that will ignore defense is good, like Lucian, I guess. But yeah, something, as long as you've got a consistent armor break and plenty of damage in DPS. Attack buff's nice, so if you don't have Galleon, you can replace him with like a Chassoon or a Megan, or even like a Bella. And if you don't have the attack buff, you could possibly, it might take a little bit longer, but it could be even safer. Who knows? The most important thing, guys, it's not as how fast you are, it's how successful it is. Because if you waste 8 energy, you know, that could be your 6-star legend rune. You know, that could be your slot 2 speed 6-star swift. It could, you know, that with the most amazing subs like crit rate, accuracy, whatever, you name it. So the most important thing is success. You know, I don't mind testing things here and there, just so, you know, just mostly like so I can get some content that involves it and stuff like that. I like to test things out, but you know, most important, guys, success. If you're getting those runes, that's all you need. It might take a little while, but you're still getting those runes. If there's people out there saying like, yeah, I've got a team that can do it in like 50 seconds, but they fail it at, like, you know, 70% of the time, or they fail it half the time, they don't really have a team that does it in 50 seconds, you know, if you think about it, because they're losing out on half of that time is not getting any runes or any mana return or anything like that. So really, your team ends up being a little faster if you think about it, because you're getting all that return, you're getting the runes, you're getting the mana, so you're actually ahead of them when you think about it like that. This is my safe team for dragons, generally around 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes, so it's a pretty nice team. It's the one that I like to run when I'm not trying to get rune after rune after rune after rune. If I'm sitting there and I'm watching like The Walking Dead or something, you know, or Breaking Bad, those amazing series that most of us love, if I'm sitting there like watching those, just tap. You don't want it to be too fast because you want to watch the show, right? So, you know, as long as every 3 minutes, I can live with that. So 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes is generally this team here. But the team what we will try with Kaz, well, I've tried it before. I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't tested it, because I have. And I managed to get under 2 minutes with this team. The team that I use is... So yeah, so we've got Verdi, Megan. Where are we at? Where are we at? Bar is another really nice candidate in this position where Kaz will be. But for now, we've got Verdi, Megan, Galleon, Spectra, and Kaz. Now, I'm not totally confident this team is 100%. I don't think it is. I've not really tested it that much. I've used it a couple of times here and there, a few times here and there. And they're mostly successful. I think they failed it once and then I improved the runes and they've not failed it since. But as I'm recording, right, what do you think? Do you think they're going to fail because I'm recording? That's what I feel like. I'm not confident, but let's see how it goes. So yeah, the thing that's important with these kind of teams, I think, is the attack order. Like in most things, arena offense, you want the attack order to be perfect. But I'm not sure, I'm not as 100% sure I've got it right, because my Megan's really the fastest one here. Normally it's like Galleon goes first, everyone blah blah, Verdi goes last, so that after everyone's moved, he can push them back up. They can repeat the process and just keep going and going, keep the flow moving. But yeah, in this instance, my Megan goes first, then Galleon, so it kind of works out, because then if Megan doesn't buff, Galleon will, or if Galleon doesn't buff, Megan already has, and we still got a lot more attack power and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's Megan, Galleon, I think, then it's Spectra, I think, Kaz, then Verdi will go last. A lot of people like to try and get Verdi as fast as they can, but for me, it's a lot more important if he goes last. After everyone's moved, he can then push their attack bars up, they get an extra turn, and I think that works nicer. That's just the way I believe it works better for me. yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm hoping it doesn't fail, but if it does, it's usually close, I'd imagine. So there we go. We've got an attack buff, and Galleon didn't use his. So there you go. Now we have an armor break. So Verdi can do that. That's pretty cool. Nice. We've got an armor break on there. We can use Sword of the Supreme Sky Wolf. I don't know what order to say those words in. I should just read it, and then I'd know what to say. But again, there you go. Megan's buffing. A lot of people like to use Megan on violent runes. Right now I've got her on Swift. She is really effective on violent, because when you're at the dragon, if she fails that toad poison and doesn't remove the buff, and of course she's the only one that can do that here, it can be really dangerous. So if she can get extra turns and then Verdi grants her another turn and she manages to get toad poison back, yeah, it's really good. Really good. So as you can see, what's really effective here as well is because both armor breakers we have are water units. So what they will do, they will favour the Zeros on the third wave, because he's fire. The crystals, although they look like fire, they're not actually any kind of element. You know, they will attack anyone and anyone will attack them, kind of thing. They're kind of like a neutral element. They're only that colour because each colour has a special kind of skill or different stats and stuff like that as well. So yeah, so far so good. Looks like Galleon might take a little hit here, unless we can steal it. There we go. Let's see. So we want Spectra to slow the towers. Oh, nice. So this is looking pretty good. Unfortunately, Kaz used a skill, got Sword of the Supreme Sky Wolf. I prefer him to use Charge and Slash, but he might use that now, hopefully, because then that can reset the attack bar. He didn't use it, of course. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. It seems to be going okay. I've jinxed it now, though. Okay, so now the immunity's there. Can Megan do it? She failed. She failed. Yeah, that's GG, guys. See, that's the only trouble with this kind of team, is because Megan, we solely rely on Megan to remove that immunity. I mean, my Megan is at like 80% accuracy. Normally, you'd only reach for like 85% to be sure, because of the, you know, there's always that base 15% resistance anyway. So generally you would only go, oh wait, we might get away with this. We might get away with this. Yeah! Oh wow, okay. We got away with this. Yes! Oh, so that was like 2 minutes 30, which isn't great. If you're going to make a team like this, you want to make sure it's at least under 2 minutes, you know, and make sure it's fast, because there's too much risk involved. But yeah, again, that's why it's generally safer to have 2 buff removals and just play it safe. You know, if you got the crazy runes with crazy stats, really good stats, and the right monsters and everything else, you know, you can go out and you can build those amazing speed teams that have really high success rates. I'm not quite there yet. You know, I think there's probably maybe another unit I can bring in that can help me. Maybe make Chilling instead of Megan, because he's a lot safer when it comes to removing the immunity. And plus he buffs the speed, crit rate and everything of the other monsters, which is really cool. Let's see what we got. No, it's blue rune and it's 5-star. Unfortunately, not good enough for me. I don't want it. Okay, we've got 1 wing, so let's just use it. Who just attacked us? That ain't fair. Leave me alone. Right, do we have a list? Oh, we almost cleared the list. Oh, okay, this is where it gets difficult, you see, with, let's go back to the team. This is where it gets difficult, because we have the speed lead, we have Bernard. Bernard then will no doubt outspeed my Tiana. Then Juno can do Predicted Future, remove all of my buffs, Ciara can land a bomb, kill Galleon, Theomars will go nuts. He's already got a speed lead, so he can hit hard if he uses his first skill. This is the kind of really good counter AD for this kind of wombo combo that I'm using. This sort of team here is really decent. If you have anything close to these kind of monsters or this setup, it's a really effective defense. Yeah, I recommend something like this. Really good. I think this can keep you pretty safely at C3, G1, maybe even higher. You know, depending on your runes and stuff, of course. But yeah, so generally, I would not do this team against this team, but let's just do it. Let's do it for the hell of it. We've got to have one fail, right? We've got to have one fail. So let's just hope that Bernard buffs. Juno doesn't do predicted future. Let's hope she derps, does the first skill, okay, and then we just wreak havoc. That's the plan right here. But I'll show you how, at least if they do what they're supposed to, I'll show you how the AD is very effective against these kind of teams. So I don't mind losing. What do you know? Bernard and Juno both derped, did their first skills. That's like the worst case scenario for this poor man. Yeah, unfortunately, his monsters let him down. Let's see if mine let me down. No, not this time. Let's reduce Juno just because once Rica takes her... Oh, wow. She's really fast. Once Juno... Rica takes her turn. Actually, Zeros will move first. Zeros will move first, unless she's on Nemesis. Is she on Nemesis? She's not on Nemesis, so Zeros should go next. Yep. We already killed Ciara. I thought it was going to be a fail, guys. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a fail, but well, it was a fail on his part. His part is his fail, not mine. Unlucky. That's a really good team. It didn't look good the way that turned out, but believe me, it's a really, really nice team. Juno's so underrated as well, because of course, if I start getting debuffs, which is really fast, if she had Nemesis there, she could possibly have stole the turn from Zeros, removed the buffs, healed everybody back up, and you're facing a nightmare, you know. And she's just awesome. She's a really good monster. So anyway, I think I will leave it there, guys. I think I got really lucky today facing slow Bernard, slow Chloe's. I got a lucky Dragons B10 run, and I got a really lucky finishing arena fight right there. But yeah, don't forget to vote in the poll. I'd really appreciate that. So remember, favourite Valkyrie or wishlist poll. Remember, wishlist poll. Mine is Trinity. But you guys, I want to know what you guys, who you guys want, or if you already have them, you can still say the ones that you have. You know, as long as they're your favourite. I just call it the wishlist poll because they're not 5s. Most people don't have them. Chances are you won't have them. But if you do, if you have this one, yeah, if you have this one, I don't know. Don't let me know where you live because I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. All right. No, if you have this one, I'm so jealous, and grats to you because she's so awesome. She's so good. Yeah, she's a HP type. Yeah, she doesn't have the greatest base attack, but who cares? She has a 33% arena leader skill, crazy AoE skill, and you know she can hit hard. I've faced Trinities, even if her base attack's that low. I've faced Trinities that are just crazy hard, and yeah. So Trinity's mine, but yeah, guys, don't forget it will come up in the cards. Vote for which one is on your wish list. I can't imagine Katarina being a very favourite because she's fusion, so I guess it's going to be some of the others. But yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.